So Aquarius, so Saturn is in your second house, which is the house of self-esteem, of your identity, tools, resources. So your self-worth is being tested against a more spiritual reality. There could be also restrictions on how much money you make. Second house is your what your earnings are. So that might be something that also faces you to really go into that revolutionary mode. Pluto is going to affect all Aquarians for the next 20 21 years. So you need to have practical resources, practical tools, become independent, or have community, create community, spiritual community, exchange values, barters. Like, it's a whole other monetary system. Somebody was telling me that they're going to create a whole new alternative health system because this system is going to collapse. And I went, yeah, that's a good thing. So creating alternative everything, economies, how you get your food, how you work, everything. It's very creative. That's what Aquarius is really going to be doing, you know. So you're going to have to get on the ball to kind of like reinvent yourself, reinvent what you do. It's a sense of maturity and a sense of, again, compassion. So I think for Aquarius, they're really coming into their own. This is what Aquarius is all about. You learn to be the leader and work with other people and network like crazy, and again, find other ways to get the word out. You know what I mean? To raise people's consciousness. So whatever you need to do. So there could be a lot of speaking, a lot of talking, a lot of volunteering. That Saturn and Pisces, volunteering your time, your energy to help wake people up. So there's that sense of being the it's funny, the word wounded healer is coming to me now, which is Chiron. Really testifying or testimony, or like the old fashioned, like thinking about Baptist revival churches, like people are going to get together in these alternative spaces that are like movable and mobile and kind of a nomadic existence, because I think the trend is to try to keep people from moving and shutting down borders and things like that. But I don't think you're going to be able to restrict people from moving.
No. And that's definitely for sure. Aquarius, I do think, is coming into their own, which I'm very happy to say because my son is Aquarius.
Okay.
And I see that energy there, absolutely, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like you said about networking and coming together with other people, people that will help grow their future as well, people that will people they meet in the next 6 weeks, I'm going to say, are being somewhat significant long term
Mm-hmm.
as well.
Mm-hmm.
So pay attention to that, especially over the next 3 months, even.
Mm-hmm.
Although we weren't talking about 3 months, I would say the next 3 months is going to be significant
Right.
people coming into your life.
Right.
And those people will put a lot of action into your life that you've been thinking of, wondering about, where is it? And here it is. I
Mm-hmm.
think I have a lot of major arcana cards here too. I have the Empress, the Fool, the Death card. So karmic stuff is coming to the surface, I'd say, and you'll be dealing with, and they're all upright. So I shall say you do a good job in
Right.
your dealing with the energies of these three beautiful cards. Death, of course, is a Saturn vibration, and we know this energy to be, Pluto, excuse me, Pluto energy, and we know that Pluto is moving into Aquarius. So how perfect is that?
Right.
The
So that's great
Scorpio.
because Pluto at 0 degrees of Aquarius is just like a real initiation sign. It's going to be there till June. I think
Hmm.
it's June the 11th. And I got the card of the moon, which is Pisces, actually. Interesting. So I would say it's definitely a test of your faith. So, if you're starting to hear whatever conspiracy theories, there's all kinds of fake news out there. You have to find your own inner guidance, your own inner spiritual GPS, I would say, and have faith. This is definitely a rebirth card, the moon. Yeah, you could feel like you're losing it. Kind of, Saturn and Pisces rules mental illness. But really, it's about surrendering deeper and deeper into really learning to trust your own higher self.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I would agree. And that the Death card is all about accepting those changes with grace, a certain amount of grace,
Mm-hmm.
and knowing it's meant to be, transforming willingly.
Mm-hmm.
Being a willing participant to say goodbye to the old king, the old ways.
Mm-hmm.
you know and with the feminine energy, in prayer with these three, this is an interesting thing because I see these together now here. That's at the knee. The ones on their knee are feminine vibrations, and then of course
Mm-hmm.
this card is a feminine.
The
So
Empress.
I'm going to say that the energy of Saturn in Pisces and Pluto in Aquarius is going to bring about the old ways of matriarchy, of the feminine, of the leadership in the feminine, and that Aquarius men are also going to be very connected to that and appreciative of their women and push them up and hold them in high regards. And I would say new beginnings, new opportunities will be established because of that. Yes, integration of the feminine with the masculine, but more so than where even the feminine is pushed up a little higher.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I see that's going to be happening, and that if the Aquarian is faced with someone who is less than respectful to the feminine, there will be hell to pay. That Aquarian won't allow it. So I think the Aquarian is going to be very helpful in supporting women causes, supporting the earth, anything to do with loving of the earth and supporting of the earth and creating. Soft landings for situations as well as hard fences for others. I think Aquarian is capable of, as you even said it, both being the humanitarian energy and the drawing lines, or I forget how you said it. Can you remind me?
Right,
Aquarian.
right. So the mental is like Aquarius because there is the mental sign, the air sign, right? But the compassion, and I think also the card of the moon here is Pisces. It is about compassion and about getting that we're all from the same emotional source. So again, integrating the emotional, which is the feminine, and the moon is feminine. You know, this is the dark side of the moon. So this is the most
Mm-hmm.
mysterious, honoring the mysterious, uh, the dark feminine, which is really, you know, where we all come from. That's like the great void. That's the inner part of the womb, right?
The mysteries,
Yeah, the
or the
mysteries,
myth
exactly.
stories, or the myth stories.
The myth stories, yes.
Yes, yes, yes. And I'm glad to see that because I've raised my son as a feminist, I suppose, and in the end, he is definitely a feminist.
Yeah, well, that's
Yeah,
good. Oh,
yeah. So that so
oh,
we see. I'm going to say Aquarius is going to be very much leading some new ways. Yeah, making some good strides with family and community.
yeah.
Yeah.